It's your boy Grant back with another episode of Groovy Files. I apologize for my horrible shape up. I don't get a cut until Friday, but I am back. And I wanted to talk about. Also, my fucking tripod broke, so I'm kind of holding this shit and everything like that. But I want to talk about Big Sean's new album, Rather You Than Me. And let's see, one thing lately I've been seeing a lot of, and it's been getting on my fucking nerves, is this whole, although I think there are some things with Sean's career that could have went better, the whole entire, oh, he's this artist that didn't get the proper chance or everything like that. I'm like, bruh, he was signed to Kanye West. He was signed to one of the most popular labels in music. He was selling like 100,000 a week at some points of his career. I would say that's a good career, and his revisionist history on his career is kind of getting on my nerves. But I want to talk about his album called Rather Me Than You, or is it Rather You Than Me? Give me 1 second. If I can find my fucking phone. Fuck. There we go. So, name of this album is called Better Me Than You. I'm sorry, not Rather Me Than You. I thought that was, sorry, that was the Rick Ross album. Better Me Than You. So throughout the album, people on Twitter talking about like, oh my god, this is Sean's grown up album. I'm so proud of him. All this, blah 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 blah, and everything like that. And although I do appreciate people kind of talking about more grown up matters in their music and everything like that, this was, I'm not gonna say this was boring, but this was like, it just didn't really wow me. And I think the one thing about Big Sean is that throughout his career, he's been kind of really known for having the bad punchlines and everything like that. But on this album, it's kind of like, stylistically, I'm not saying I'm pro bad punchlines, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not pro bad punchlines, but one thing I want to say is that stylistically on this album, he just kind of, I ain't gonna say like no redeeming qualities, but it's kind of like, I don't have like a wow factor. Not to say like I felt like that way about Big Sean, but one thing about Sean in the past is like he could make hits. If he didn't have anything, he could make hits. So I feel like on this project, although the subject matter range and him talking about like, yeah, y'all kind of wanted me to be this and I just want to be this and things like that, like, I respect that. And however, I just feel like I just find it boring. And also I feel like he like sound a lot like Drake on here stylistically, and also there's a track where he kind of sound like Baby Keem too. And all in all, now I will say this though, like, I love Sean's ear for production, and I still love the subject matter he's tackling on this project. But I just, Sean is just in that space now where it's like, you have to take him for what he is, sort of. He not like a Kendrick, he not like a Drake, he not like a J. Cole, he not like a Meek Mill or everything like that. And like, he just Big Sean, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like when I go into his projects, I expect, it's not that I don't expect anything crazy. It's more of like a, I'm expecting this crazy improvement from him. Not necessarily something like, oh, he gonna be this elite rapper, just like this crazy improvement every single time. And then when I go into it, it's just kind of like, this is cool. yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is so and so, so and so. Now I will say, I love him using the "Get On Up" sample from Jodeci. I really like that. I do think he's kind of, I don't want to say he's trying to tackle too many stylistic things and not hitting the mark on here, but at the same time, I'm looking at the list of features and like the type of the songs, and I'm like, he trying to do too many things at once. And at one point in time, I feel like Sean could do that, like with Dark Sky Paradise or something like that. But now I'm kind of like, I feel like he need to kind of hone in on a niche and just lock in on it. But other than that, I am surprised that this is getting, I ain't gonna say it's getting well received, but people are applauding Sean for like talking about his subject matter. And I'm one of the people who are kind of like, I don't think subject matter automatically saves an artist, but it could help, and it seemed that it helped him in this case. So I don't want to say I put this over Detroit 2, but I'll put this over Hall of Fame. I just didn't like Hall of Fame. I think this is okay, a decent effort. If we're going down his catalog, I kind of have like Detroit 2 at the top, then Dark Sky Paradise, and then so on and so forth. So I have it somewhere in the middle. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Y'all be easy.